Hello, everyone. How's it going? We're now heading into southern Ithillien. Almost finished. I think we're about halfway done this level cap. We've got South Ithillien, which isn't terribly long. We've got Osgiliath, which I don't even know if it has a questing deed. It might, I guess, in theory. But then we have the long slog of Minas Tirith, which that I'm not looking forward to. We can almost see Minas Tirith. We have to go to these next set of ruins, but
Blood for the blood god!
hello,
Skulls for the
Antol,
skull throne!
and hello, Stephen. How are you two doing? Oh yeah, there's Minas Tirith. I think this is the first time, aside from being in Minas Tirith in the epic battle, this is the first time, yeah, we've seen Minas Tirith in the open world. I do always think that from a distance, the black outer wall looks really weird with the white city. I know that that's what it is. Like, that's what it's technically supposed to look like, but it just looks weird. Can't complain, that's good. Commence the drinking. Commence the drinking. I'm pretty sure from a distance you look weird too. You know what? That's fair. Yeah, there's just complete quests in Southern Ithillien, which I'm assuming includes Osgiliath, but maybe not. Right? All of that journey progression. I love that Cord had to shut down that one post on the forums, and that he said it was because of previous messages or something, or like recent messages and then private messages he received. I'm like, People are messaging Cord privately to have a forum shut down. That doesn't make much sense. Nothing. It just... Can I even still go to it? Oh yeah, I can. So like, I don't know, the last couple messages was just the topics really popping off. This is just clickbait, who cares? It's time to let this thread rest in peace. No, I want it to continue. And then Cord said, it's clearly been a big conversation. Given the comments above, combined with a few private requests, I have decided to close this thread. Like, wow. Okay. I didn't know you could put in private requests to have threads closed. Yep, old and special snowflakes. Yep, they were bothered by the topic. Yes. Get some special perks with Cord. I guess now we go back in... Yeah, we head into the city. I genuinely dislike the Cord for closing it and putting a spotlight on actively doing so. Yeah, that part was weird. Like, just closing it is one thing, but to specifically go in and be like, hey, I'm closing this because I was privately messaged to do so based on some requests. Like, what? That's weird. Right? Can I just privately message him all the time with random requests? Just flood his entire inbox with useless requests.
My brother and I are from the Blackroot Vale.
Crit
and
rating.
We seek adventure. We will be the first to fell one of the mighty Mumakil.
Can I sell it for a tiny bit of money? It is a crit rating essence. I'll sell it for 2 gold, see if someone buys it. Horde, very important question. Are dip or barbecue dip for my pizza? You should message him with that question. See if he actually responds to it. I think that would be hilarious.
I can hardly contain my excitement. My brother and I have sworn a solemn vow to bring down the mighty Mumakil
So
that have
what
come to Gondor.
sauce? What sauce should I have for all of my different food? Please tell me. I can't decide without your input. Choose to accompany one of the brothers. You. Crazy how people really want to be a free walking, breathing PR machine for a company spending hours on a farm just replying over and over to people. Yeah, there are people like that. It matters a lot to them to be that, yeah, I guess to be that person. They'll just love the game that much. Yeah, I guess that's true. It's not just loving the game, but it's the love of being important and thinking, yeah, their defensive SSG means something. Which, yeah, to them, they believe it does mean something, but it doesn't actually always mean something. This is on the LOTRO farm, says what? Oh no, it's a big boomer kill. I mean, we could take it. It's fine. Bro, you run way too slow. Step on that thing. Are you Legolas? You're not. Then move along. I've killed 2 Balrogs. You don't think I could take on 1 Mumakil?
Gondor needs your aid.
I've also killed 6 of the 9 Nazgul. That's got to count for something. I should be able to find a Mooma kill with that record. They still have you collecting boar asses and goblin ears. Yep. It's true. Yeah, it actually means nothing.
Next time we will have one for sure.
I think the agility one might sell
My
more
brother
because
and I
it's
will go with you to
crit
Osgiliath to seek
for
Faramir.
everyone. How much will? Oh, there's none in the auction house. Let's do 20 gold. I don't know. Maybe someone will buy it.
The men speak of a hidden encampment beneath Osgiliath.
Silly Wayne plays LOTRO and demands some progression, and the world of Middle Earth recognizing his accomplishment. I know, that's on me. So did you get Crimson Desert? Or are you still waiting? I'm tempted to get it. Just wasn't on sale during the spring sale, and I feel like, well, if I wait till Christmas, then it'll just be on, or even the summer. It could be on a winter. It could be on the summer sale or winter sale. Not yet. Had to buy some shirts, car repair stuff, so I'm not taxing my budget anymore than month. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Wait, what? The western post can be found on top of the western cliffs in southern Ithillien. Oh, I gotta backtrack. There's that little tiny dot all the way down south. Oh, and there was that little 800 Canadian dollar deposit for the Xeno. Yep, that's true. Xeno more important than Crimson Desert. How do I get out of this place? It's true, Crimson Desert can't sell out. Could you imagine though if, and it would be a company like Ubisoft or EA that make a game and then say that it's actually only there's a limited amount of this specific game and only X amount of purchases will be allowed on Steam or something like that. And they would charge like $200 for it. But the game would run like trash. This premium game. That only a certain amount of people could buy. And it would just sell out. But it would be terrible. Actually, there was a time where Final Fantasy XIV was disabled for purchase on Steam. Yeah, that was during the time... Weren't they, like, revamping it or something? Or remaking it? So they disabled it for a short time? Short time being, like, a year? Oh, the servers couldn't handle the influx of players. Oh. Maybe there's another game I was thinking of. They disabled purchases because they were reworking the game. Like, don't, you can buy it, but you won't be able to play it. See a few really big streamers, Asmongold being one of them, all started playing it. Oh yes, as soon as big streamers play it, you know what happens? Everyone's gotta play it. Yeah. Yeah. Which is strange because there was a pretty big name playing LOTRO not too long ago. But I guess that didn't last long because it only played it once or twice. Who played LOTRO? Oh wait, was that the group that... I wonder if any of them still play. Probably not. There was a group that came to Angmar, the Angmar server, and they made this one big guild, and there was like an extra like 300 players or something that just randomly appeared. But then after a little while, once they experienced what the end game was, they all quit. Or most of them quit. Unless yeah, it was someone else. There was just a different person that streamed for a little bit. Oh, and there is another suspicion that the Angmar and Mordor server will indeed shut down at the end of the year in December. Of course, things can still change, but it is looking more and more likely that Mordor will be the last expansion of the servers. We will get all of Mordor to kill the Witch King, and then probably there's be a good chance that the other Nazguls will be released, giving people the opportunity to catch up in like the final, I don't know, 2 to 3 months of the server, and then come December, the servers will be shut down and we will get the new expansion, and there won't be a legendary server for a little while. I've heard of Aubrey, but I haven't actually watched Aubrey. I do know she got she's in the, or people assumed she would be one of the only people that got into the creator program. I don't know if she ever applied. Probably, maybe she did. I don't know. But people assumed that based on the or like the requirements and what and such with the application process, that the only person that meets the criteria that SSG was looking for was Aubrey. I don't know the other person. Never heard of them. I also don't know many streamers, though. Oh, really? She doesn't like drama, but makes so much drama for herself? Oh, boy. Yeah, if you want to make drama yourself, go for it. But you can't say that you don't like the drama when you create the drama for yourself. That's interesting to see Mark has been watching that DSP fella again. What do you mean? The all information, or the only times I have watched Dark Side Phil is all the videos that you've posted or the information you told me. She made drama about my group because there was one person she didn't want in the LOTRO community because he was a hardcore PvPer? What's wrong with a hardcore PvPer? That's wild. Wow. And because she didn't like him because he was a hardcore PvPer, everyone that didn't unfollow him and banned him got banned in her channel and her communities. That's ridiculous. That's such a shitty thing to do. I'm sure she has her own, like, side of the story or whatever, but, like, unless this person is just, like, harassing you or is just an actual asshole, there's no reason to be like, hey, community, if you follow this person, you're banned from my community. Like, that's just a shitty thing to do. Isn't a drama streamer, creates drama with every minute he streams. and only because he was trash talking shit on his stream. Oh yeah, I mean, well, PvPers will talk shit. That's just what they do. That comes with the territory of PvP. But yes, it's on his stream. He's allowed to say whatever he wants. And if you don't like it, you just ignore it or don't watch his stream. It's not that hard to do. So she disliked PvP, but decided to turn on her community. Basically, person versus person. Yep. Rather than leaders. I guess I gotta wait for them to respawn. My guess is that he wasn't saying anything too outrageous. Otherwise, people would have him banned on Twitch. He was probably just being like, oh, look at this person. They suck. I beat them up. I killed them on my spider or whatever. They suck. Like, I don't know. That's just classic PvP banter and trash talk. It's not that big of a deal. You should not have profanity in the LOTRO community. Well, people are allowed freedom of speech, so there's literally a profanity filter in the game if you don't want that. And if you're going to someone else's stream and you don't like what they're saying, once again, you don't watch the stream or you block them out of your channel or whatever. That's ridiculous. So because she didn't like the profanity he was saying, she then told people in her community, if you watch him or whatever, then you're banned from my chat. Wild. Wild. Well, we all know who had the topic closed. Thanks, Aubrey. There goes the Dunlin hate. Sorry, Ben.
The Rangers will not.
This is where Ben would say something like, Aubrey probably came from Dunland. Or works with Dunland or some nonsense like that. Let's not talk about her, maybe. That's fair. That's fair. We don't have to talk about her. We can talk about how I haven't been approved for the creator program, but I also haven't been declined yet. So either one, I'm still being considered, or two, they just forgot to email me and tell me that I'm declined. Which is probably more likely the truth. That they just forgot to email me. But I haven't been emailed about being declined. And you do get emailed when you're declined. I know a couple people that have told me they got their response and they were declined. And I have not received that email yet. I've been looking in my junk mail, my normal mail, and no email about being declined from the creator program. So, I don't know. I guess I could message Cord and just say, hey, sorry to bother you. I just had a question about the creator program. At this time, I haven't received a decline or acceptance. I just want to know if I haven't received an email at this point, that just means that I've been declined and the email hasn't been sent out yet, or I was, forgotten about or something like that. I could do that, I guess.
Are you willing to help me?
Oh yeah, lots of people. I put in the Discord who was accepted so far. Which none of them I've heard of a couple, but don't know many of them. Like I've heard of Zolan, Voice of the Rings. I've heard of them. I've never watched them. Bloodhorn I've heard of, but never watched for. Bloodhorn I've actually known. I used to play on his server a long time ago because he's been in the game since beta like I was. Taru I don't know. Kantoran I don't know. Bulldog I don't know. Meloa I don't know either. I've heard of the Questing Dad. But yeah, I do think it's weird. Because I don't know. That's why I feel like I've just been someone meant to send the email and just didn't, or my email decided to well, I would say that my email decided to flag it as junk mail and just automatically ignored it or whatever. But I did receive the thank you for applying to the program. Please wait to hear back from us. I did get that email, so I don't know why I would get that email and not the approved or declined. So it is odd that I haven't gotten an answer yet. So I don't know, maybe I'll message Cord and just say, hey, quick question. I have never watched a single one of them, and it seems a lot of the more prominent LOTRO streamers are completely hooked in desert now. Ellis and Frostilla both are playing Crimson Desert, so we can assume that the game is at least as good or better than LOTRO. Well, and I know there's quite a few people. Like, there is a massive list, but I also thought that they would do like some official announcement and be like, hey, all of these people are now part of the program. And that's why I thought, well, if they haven't made that message yet, maybe they're not done getting people, but there is, I don't know, there's a few of them. I expected there to be like 3, but it seems like there's at least 10 to 15 based on what I've seen so far. For most people, Crimson Desert will be too flashy and too difficult. Okay, so this is just defeat beasts, I see, okay. Good evening from Germany. Hey, Spox! How's it going? Nice to see you again. I love that so many of you are from the other side of the world from me. It always fascinates me. I don't know why. It really fascinates me. Not watching any CD. Oh, yeah, Crimson Desert streams, just as I didn't watch any. I doubt you can really have any CD spoilers, but I don't care. Want to go in with zero knowledge. That's kind of how I'm feeling too. Like, I read some of the I don't know, some of the feedback and stuff like that and reviews, but I haven't watched anything yet. I'll probably keep it that way. Trying to get a good parse with my LM on the dummy on Mordor, but I can't reach DPS like our champ does. Yeah, champ. Well, especially at 100 and 105, champion is just really good. They reach the point in their trait tree where everything just finally comes together for the champion, and it's what people call, like, this is what the true champion is, where they've gotten they have all of their AoE abilities and debuffs and stuff while being in red, so they just feel really, really good. Lore Master, though, will continue to scale slowly, and then like in Mordor, Lore Master will be probably Mordor and onward. Lore Master will surpass Champion. Yeah, it only takes 100 levels. Exactly. An empty brain that usually doesn't take much effort from me. I mean, Champion's really good at 65. 65, they're probably one of the best DPS classes, aside from, like, the paid classes of Bear, Brawler, and Mariner. But Mariner is just always good. So is Bear. Although I guess Bear got nerfed. I keep hearing that its healing is not very good anymore. I'm like, what? That's crazy. Bear's always had amazing healing. But I guess it's not as good anymore for some reason. I watched the Thoughts video from Carnage for Crimson Desert. He says if you go in expecting an RPG like The Witcher, you'll be hard disappointed. If you expect something sandboxy, you'll like it. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. Well, good thing I have never played The Witcher. Or I guess not true. I tried Witcher 1 and 2. And I think I played more of 2 than 1. I didn't hate it, but it definitely suffered from that old game feeling, and eventually I just put it down. I do have Witcher 3, but I haven't started it yet. I think I just played those games 2 at a time in my life where I wasn't feeling the open worldness of games at the time. Like, I would open up the map, get overwhelmed, and be like, I don't want to do this right now, and then just put down the game. But I am excited to visit Witcher 3 again when I get to it. It's on the list. Now I got to wait until 2028 for games if I want to unsub. Yep. I will not stand for this Witcher 2 slander. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's great, and I'll totally take like full responsibility of I didn't give it enough time to like prove to me that it was a good game. And then maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. Maybe I actually only played Witcher 1 first, and I never ended up going to Witcher 2. Let me go to my library. Which one has more playtime? The one that has more playtime is the one that I obviously liked more, but still gave up on. Okay, so yeah, I played almost 8 hours of Witcher 1 and was just not liking it. Witcher 2, I put 10 hours into, but just put it down. So that tells me that I at least liked it more. I wonder if I also went to Witcher 2, been like, oh, this is a good game, but I don't really know the story. So I went back to Witcher 1 and then hated Witcher 1 and just decided not to finish it or play it, and then just gave up on Witcher 2. That also may have happened. This was a long time ago. This was like over 10 years ago. Because I probably got to the point in Witcher 2 where I was like, I really don't know what's going on. I have a game, but I don't know the story. So then I probably went to 1 and then gave up. What you do is this. You ask me what some good mods are for Witcher 2. You download a save game for completed Witcher 1 playthrough. Import that into and get cracking. Just read up on the story of Witcher 1 and you're good to go. Witcher 2 does show its age. Witcher 3 is just a masterpiece. Which that I'm excited for. I've heard great things about Witcher 3. So that one I'll play and I'll do on stream at some point. Next week though, or I guess not next week. So next week we're finishing off Dawn of War. And then after that, because I was gifted the game for my birthday yesterday, I'll be playing Dispatch. So Dispatch will be next on the list for our weekday streams. A lot of people have been wanting me to play it, and I've heard crazy things about it, so I am excited for it. I don't know anything about it aside from people like, I love this game, it's great. It's a fun story choice related game. So that'll be next. So probably like end of March, beginning of April is when we'll start that. Because by that point, I'll be done Dawn of War 1. Oh, right. You have the hatred for Alana Pierce. That's right. And that's why you hate Dispatch. Well, that's fair. I mean, yeah, you don't have to play it. I'll play it. Need more beasts. There's probably a camp here and a camp here, so let's go do that for Discovery Deed as we look around for places. Won't have as good of a journey as LOTRO, but what does, right? I really wish that, just from, obviously they can't do it now. That would take way too much reworking to do. But I wish that LOTRO at the start was made similar to Star Wars: The Old Republic, where it was truly story driven and like fully voice acted and everything. And then you're going on this little like solo adventure depending on your class, but then you still like you still have raids and group content and stuff that you meet up with your friends. Yeah, you are probably right. Anything that takes too much time is basically thrown out. Because they don't have the manpower to do it. It's too bad that they didn't grow super quickly. Like, they have grown in size, the team, but not fast enough where they can almost keep up with all the changes that they need to do. Because I learned that WoW actually started with a smaller company or a smaller amount of people than SSG is today. When Blizzard made WoW, the team that behind WoW was smaller than SSG today. And now you just look at the two different sizes of the companies. And I just thought that was crazy. So it's possible to grow. Just have to find, I guess, the thing that works. Yeah, doing the expansion every year I still don't think is the right way to go. At least we're not getting a level increase every year now, so that's good, I guess. But it's really going to depend on what this other progression is that they keep implying is new and different, and they're super excited for. Which obviously we're probably not going to know more until probably June or July. Still got like 3 more months for that. But if that new character progression is really good, then I don't know, maybe it'll be the right path forward instead of constantly doing level increases. Yeah, increasing levels without having to create new skills isn't that much effort. The only thing that it ends up breaking is when characters get to too high of a level and the numbers go too high. the UI for all for health and stats and stuff like that, I guess, breaks hard, which is the only reason why they did a level or a stat squish previously. Was they found that they were getting close to the point where the UI would fail under the high digits of the stats, or the digits, the decimal points, too many numbers. Which they said that if they keep increasing the level cap every year, they would have to do a stat squish in another year or two. They already reached that threshold again. Well, yeah, exactly. You're still creating the assets, the landscape, and art and textures and stuff every expansion. Yeah, but that's always going to happen, right? And you're still going to have new gear with higher stats. I guess it'll be interesting to see if is this new expansion kind of on par with the Legacy of Morgoth, or is it going to be on par with something closer to, like, I don't know, I guess whatever Harad is, I haven't experienced it yet, or something like Gundabad, or, well, I feel like Legacy of Morgoth should have been included in Umbar personally.
Have you?
But maybe Mordor and like the northern kingdoms, is that what it was called? Right, we had Mordor and then Northern Mirkwood and Erebor. That was all part of the same expansion.
We must protect Gondor at all costs.
So if the new expansion has like that amount of content with like this new progression thing, I'm kind of interested in it. Yeah, exactly. If they take out the time required to put all that stuff together, yeah, they can actually focus on reworks and whatnot. But they have to find a way to, of course, they always run into the issue of, well, how do we make money off of that? And the only thing I have to offer is you get more people playing the game. Or you find a way to encourage more people to sub during that time. That's the only way that you would be able to make more money. Ooh, is there a good offhand? Might. What does this look like? More vitality. Oh, I lose the finesse. You gain will. Is there an agility one, maybe? Can't use daggers. Like, this sword might be okay, actually. Oh, it's still less finesse, though. I'm gonna gain some crit, but it's actually still less finesse, which is what I care more about.
The Morgul host must be defeated.
Oh yeah, the Osgiliath armor, which is currently disabled on the legendary servers. The armor itself isn't, but the dungeons are, or they will be next week or something. What's over here? Oh, just the...
need your help with something. We are not yet finished.
Jensen. Thank you for the 2 months, sir. I appreciate you. What is it that you linked? What is this suspicious YouTube video? Oh, it's just a song, a music video. Okay. Well, I can't play that right now. Otherwise, YouTube and Twitch would hate me. Twitch already hates you, Thomas. Twitch doesn't. YouTube does. YouTube wants to demonetize all of my content constantly, which is fine because I don't make money off of it anyways. Here, I can play like, maybe I'll play like 5 seconds of it. Oh, I think I've heard that song. You think they care for their streamers? Well, no. They don't. But they at least don't hate me. Give it time. Oh, those are roving threats. Oh, I think next week I'll be seeing that new Ryan Gosling movie. Project Hail Mary or something like that. Where he's astronaut that comes in contact with some rock alien. They're supposed to save either Earth or the rock aliens civilization or something like that. It looked interesting. Only because it seemed like a, you know, it's not another remake or a sequel or a prequel or whatever. It was a new idea. And apparently it's doing quite well. It does look a little silly, which I'm okay with. I like a little bit of silly. But obviously, yeah, it's definitely not for everyone. Want some bounties?
Are you willing to help me with this? I need your help.
I've been watching Resident Alien with Alan Tudyk. That's been hilarious. I know it came out a long time ago, but I never actually watched it. It just came to Netflix in Canada, or at least the first 2 seasons. That has been delightful. Sadly, that's only the first 2 seasons. So, and I think there's 4 or 5. So now I have to wait until Netflix decides to add the rest. But that's been a good show. You're on guard duty. You look thirsty. Here, have mead. This won't dull your senses, blur your vision, make you give less of a fuck defending a village. Yeah, if you're thirsty, just have some mead. It'll be fine. What could go wrong? So Saruman could have taken Rohan with just him and the 5 orcs from Special Ed that were crayons.
Is there no end to enemy forces invading our land?
I don't know,
The Rangers
could they?
will not
Because,
surrender
like,
Ithillien is crawling
they
with
did. I guess they almost won. Saruman did almost win, but then Gandalf showed up, right? Gandalf showed up, saved the day. And I guess so did Merry and Pippin. They saved the day with the trees. Is there another thing? Oh, there it is.
The Rangers will not surrender us, Gilioth.
Balrog couldn't keep aggro on Gandalf. Threat nerf hit that one hard. Blue line Balrog just isn't viable to play anymore. Lost threat or just died. I don't think he lost threat. I think he just lost the 1v1. Balrog couldn't handle the PvP. But I like that. It's the Balrog's fault that Saruman lost Rohan. The Balrog had one job to do, defeat Gandalf, and the Balrog failed. Balrog should have grinded their raid gear. Yup. Didn't get the raid gear. Which is crazy, because they're in Moria. And there's 2 raids in Moria. So Balrog was just lazy. Gandalf just had good Radiance gear. Casual player Balrog. Damn. Sauron is hiring all the casuals to do his work for him. Okay, wait, where are these? Oh, they don't tell me where the bounties are? Well, that's so helpful. Can be found somewhere in southern Ithillien. Wow. Crazy. You know this quest you picked up? Well, the enemy can be found somewhere in this entire region. Good luck. That's even worse than, like, classic days. At least classic days, the quest told you, gave you a rough idea where to go. Swords are no more use here. Proceeds to one-shot the Balrog with the sword. Sword empowered by lightning. That was the key ingredient. If Aragorn had a sword empowered by lightning, Aragorn could have killed the Balrog as well. But Gandalf didn't want to share the experience and the raid gear with Aragorn. So he just left out some details. Gandalf got so much experience in killing the Balrog, he essentially got to, like, multi-class. He died and came back as a whole different class. Didn't want Aragorn to roll in the white robes, exactly. Okay, well, now I need to look up these bounties. Well, book Aragorn could, movie Aragorn couldn't. Gandalf had Glamdring, a named sword. Movie Aragorn just had a sword. He didn't have Narsil yet. Book Aragorn had a piece of it, so he might have... Oh yeah, book Aragorn had the sword reforged like day one, basically. Book Aragorn, to be quite honest, is kind of lame, in my opinion. I mean, he's cool in that he's like a badass and kills everything and is... And like...
What news have you?
Yeah, like he's strong, he's powerful, he's a good leader. He's just all the good traits, and no, he can't die. Like, he's just OP. But he has no character progression in the books. Book Aragorn has no character progression whatsoever. I mean, he may have had the shards and the hilt, or just the hilt or whatever, but he got it forged immediately, right? Like, movie Aragorn didn't get his new fancy sword until Return of the King, but Aragorn either already had it, like when he met Frodo, or it was made before he left with the Fellowship. When they got to Rivendell. So he had it right away. And he was already like, I'm going to become king and prove to everyone that I'm king. Everyone already knows who I am, and I'm not going to hide who I am. I will be king, and you will like it. But movie Aragorn was more hesitant and feared becoming king because he didn't want to be like every other king that came before him. He wanted to earn the respect of the people and his companions. He wanted to prove himself. Book Aragorn essentially already proved himself already. Which makes sense because, I mean, Aragorn's 87 years old, so he's had the time to prove himself in the books. But in the movies, you don't really get that. Yeah, the book characters have already gone through their progression essentially. It's like Faramir as well. Some people say that movie Faramir, or I guess Faramir's character is always, I don't know, talked about, where in the book, he was never tempted by the ring. He was automatically resistant to it and just let Frodo go immediately. But in the book, or in the movie, there's more of that conflict. More of that, oh, is he like his brother? No, he learns how to be better than his brother. And he gets tempted, but then is able to resist it. And we see that resistance. And it makes him more similar to Aragorn in that way, as Aragorn and Faramir are like the only men to resist the ring. That's really cool to see. Yeah, the only time it's hinted at in the films is the scene with her special stew. Yes. Yeah. Him talking about his age and all that. Got more to prove. I know you can fight, but can you add fair tax to Gondor and execute effective statecraft? I don't know. Oh, that's a... Hold on. That's a big scary wraith. I did not want to use this right now, but I had to. I guess... Oh, wait. I might be able to fight it here. Okay, yeah, we'll be good. He lived. Still looking forward to the day where you stream some Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64 games. Yep, it's on the list. I want to do Shadows of the Empire. I was hoping that would be on Steam at some point, but they have not added it to Steam yet. Or wait, I just lied. They literally just did. Okay, I'll say right now, May 4th. When's May 4th? Hold on. I looked at this like 2 weeks ago, and it wasn't there. What the hell? Whoa, whoa, whoa! That's how I... No, let's not have Disney coming after me with that nonsense. There goes that money for the stream. What? I looked at it like 2 weeks ago, and it said no, it doesn't exist. Why was Steam hiding it from me? Well, regardless, May 4th, I will stream Shadows of the Empire. I don't have a retro joystick, though, sadly. But that's what I'll play May 4th. For Star Wars Day, I'll play Shadows of the Empire. That's so funny that I looked like... I swear, it was 2 weeks ago. Maybe it was 3 weeks ago. I was like, damn, it's not on Steam. I guess I'll have to... Maybe I spelt it wrong or something by accident. Maybe I put Shadow of the Empire instead of Shadows of the Empire. I was so scared of it too. Yep, just a kid. The octopus trash compactor monster or whatever. The sounds that that thing made scared the shit out of me as a kid. It's like, no, I don't want to play this. Take me back to Hoth. I'll just play this level over and over again. I don't care. Yeah, Paul's 10,000. Literally. What kind of person supports Dunland? Only the worst kinds of people. Do I have dark forces remastered? Do I have it? Oh, stop with your Star Wars here. We're just gonna no Disney music. It's on the wish list, but it's not in the library. I know as a kid, I didn't like the, I didn't like the Dark Force games. I played them at some friend's house. And it was, I mean, it was always the start of the game that I played. But I didn't like them because it was like, well, I don't want a gun. I want a lightsaber. I want to be a Jedi and all this stuff. So I didn't. And there was another one that was like that I just didn't play. It's like, I want to be a Jedi. So Kid Wayne did not like those games. And then obviously as I got older, I never went back to them, but I know they're great games though. I always just played Jedi Academy. Because I got to have a lightsaber and do cool flips, and there was fun animations with the lightsabers and stuff. Yeah. Maybe it was Jedi Outcast? There was a gun, and I didn't like using the guns. I wanted a lightsaber. Did you ever play the Donkey Kong games on Game Boy? I don't think I did on Game Boy. I did on Nintendo 64, though. Yes, Kid Wayne did not like Dark Forces 1. Because it was a gun, not a lightsaber. And Kid Wayne wanted lightsabers and Force lightning. That is all he cared about with Star Wars. It took me forever to to push myself to get through, whatchamacallit, Knights of the Old Republic. Because that's another game where you don't get a lightsaber early on, and you don't get, like, fancy Jedi powers and stuff. So when I first played that game, I hated it. And then eventually I went back to it. I forced myself to get through like the boring part at the start. And then I got a lightsaber, and then I could be a Sith Lord and shoot lightning, and then I was happy. Kid Wayne is the reason why we have right now. Yep. Yep. Kid Wayne wanted lightsabers and Force lightning. Kid Wayne liked Rogue Squadron. I did play a lot of Rogue Squadron. Rogue Squadron, Jedi Starfighter, Pod Racing. Still need sorcerers? Oh, there's paths up there. Let's go up there. That's why I drink to get through the stream, Wayne. Because of my choices I made as a kid. My interests. Kid Wayne being bored with games that are actually really, really good. There's another game that I have on another Star Wars game that I liked it right away, even though I think it's one of the shittiest Star Wars games ever made. But Kid Wayne loved it because why? Because you got a lightsaber right away. Jedi Power Battles. I have that game on my wish list as well. I love that game. And that game was deceptive too, because that game came out before Episode 2, and they gave Plo Koon an orange lightsaber before George Lucas made the change to give him a blue lightsaber. So going into Episode 2, I thought that Plo Koon was going to have an orange lightsaber, and it was going to be super cool to see in the whatchamacallit, battle in the arena. And then he had a blue lightsaber and I was very upset. I did play the Phantom Menace game. I got it from Blockbuster once. Yes, that Obi-Wan game on Xbox, that was really good. I had to play that at a friend's house because, yeah, it wasn't on PC. Thinking, what did Kid Steven like? Well, obviously Raphael from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Guess that should have been an indicator of my personality later in life. Oh yeah, Force Unleashed. That's another game I liked right away. Why? Force lightning and a lightsaber immediately. I had very simple tastes. I had very simple tastes. Also though, the first time I played Force Unleashed was actually on the Wii, and that was amazing because I mean the Wii, like, motion controls weren't the best, but it did like make you lift up your hand and move it in a certain way to use force lightning and force choking, and that satisfied me. That gave me just what I needed as a kid. Can Public Enemy. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, just if people go over the top with force powers. It was so good. And when you had to like, I remember you were fighting an ATST, and then with the Wii you had to like lift up your arms and like crush it with the remotes. I don't know. It was just, Kid Wayne loved that. Loved that. The one game that truly made me feel like a Sith Lord, and I was actually doing it all. If only Little Wayne knew eventually the mouse would take over Star Wars and you really get to the dark times. Yup. If only. Although, I think subconsciously, I knew something was going to happen with Star Wars and Disney, and the mouse was going to take it. Because they had that Star Wars ride at Disneyland long before Disney even bought Star Wars. So I always thought that was weird, and I was like, well, I guess maybe Disney will buy Star Wars at some point, because they already have Star Wars in Disneyland. Andor is so good. It truly is really good. What else do I need to kill here? Burn tents. And food sacks. Is there another pathway up, maybe? I think I need to get up there. Maybe I can go this way. The Empire is the disease that thrives in darkness. It is never more alive than when we sleep. Yup, that's such a good speech. Honestly, there's just so many good lines in that. Overall, like the writing is just so good. Oh, let me confirm this, Ben. Because I have the tickets. But I believe the show is at 7 o'clock, so the doors open at 6:30. Yeah, the show is from 7 to 10. It's another 3-hour show. But yeah, I think then the doors open at 6:30. So I'll probably head down. I'm gonna C train. So I'll head down. And I'll probably leave here at around 6. Also true, yes. The acting in Andor is really good. Like, the actors are just really good, so they do help support the strong dialogue. I do always say that an actor can save shitty dialogue, but good writing can't save a shitty actor. Doesn't matter how good the dialogue is, if the person performing the dialogue is not very good, then the importance of the dialogue is lost. Season 2 took a bit to get going, but the one episode when everything just explodes, that really showcases how good Star Wars can be when it wants to be. Yup. or the director gives them bad direction on how they think the dialogue should be delivered. That does happen too. Yes, that can happen too. But I also think that a stronger actor can negotiate that with a weaker director. And say, I hear what you're saying, Mr. Director, but I also think it could be better this way. And then you just do it both ways. And then I guess if later the director still decides that his way is better, then so be it. And then yes, that's on the director. But a good actor should be able to tell. Oh my god, I just pulled the entire camp almost. Wild news. I made it to phase 2 of writing that Jesus play for them. Nice. Wait, so that what's phase 2 then? Oh no, you ripped your stitches on Thursday? That's a yikes. I still don't know what dip to get for my pizza, so I should really message Card about it. Oh, interview. I see. Which, like, they already kind of know you, so an easy interview. Need more food sacks somewhere? Oh wait, this is a dude I need to kill too. This is one of the bounties. Backpack. Backpack. Corpse. Oh, there we go. Food sack. Yay, passion projects. Well, yeah, I hope the interview goes well. Because the pay that they were going to give you for that show, or that script, was wild. Okay, so what am I doing? Oh, I have to turn in the axes. Okay. We can do that, but let's get out of here and go to the other key. Which players are on Angmar right now? Ooh, there are Xander 107. That's actually the lowest I've seen since Gondor launched. 107. And that's awkward too, because it's a Saturday. It's a midday on Saturday. You finished editing a lightsaber battle you filmed in 2020? Oh, wow. 600. Grand has more than Angmar. Wow. Ooh, and made the music? Hell yeah. Grant isn't a leggy server, so that helps. Oh, or a legendary server. Well, that too. And in most parts of the EU, is anything between 9 p.m. and midnight on a Saturday? Yep. Yeah, I just expected more people to be online right now on a Saturday, but we're at a level cap where there really isn't much to do. Once you get your level 100 is a prep level cap. You earn a whole bunch of rep and you get all like the groundwork done so that when level 105 launches, you're just ready to go. And they're all watching Crimson Desert because their LOTRO streamers fucked off to that game, right? This is one where I have to manually loot enemies again. She's completely new to LOTRO. She usually streams other things. It's interesting to see how badly things are explained to new players. We know things like virtues and such, but she had no idea. Oh, yeah, that's... A lot of that is why I ended up making the YouTube stuff, because of how poorly things are explained in game to people. And especially when Angmar and Mordor first came out, there was a huge influx of new players. So I figured, well, why don't I just make some really quick, simple videos on, yeah, like how the hell virtues work. Because that stuff doesn't exist. I have an entire video just on virtues, on how they work. Virtues, quests, or deeds. I even did a video on like weird things like the combat settings. Where actually I just realized that these are even turned off. Play optional combat animations and allow combat animation bleeding, explaining that and why they're good. I just realized I had those off. It's interesting. She didn't know you had to equip them and basically select them to earn. Yeah, just selecting them and earning them, and then how you earn them, right? In terms of like, okay, you have one selected as earning, and you have this one's earning, but you have ones that are slotted. Like, what does that mean? How does the game determine which one to earn points if one's at cap? Yeah, there's a lot of weird things that the game doesn't really teach you. I don't know if I ever did one for skirmishes. I may have. Don't know if I did or not. I know skirmishes, though, aren't super popular, so I may not have done one. But that's also the one thing that the game does actually teach you. It makes you go through a whole tutorial for skirmishes. See those old grumpy people on the forums playing Warframe, try to figure anything out without using a wiki. New games free on Epic this week. Ooh, what are the free games I can get on Epic? Generally, it's nothing that exciting. But every once in a while, there's something really cool you can get from Epic Games. Electrician Simulator. Hell yeah. I never played Warframe. I only knew one person that played it, and they always complained about it. But they played it all the time. So I had mixed feelings about it. That is 99.9% of the people playing Warframe. They complain but play for 8 hours a day. Got it. Okay. Because yeah, I'd be like, is the game good? And like, no, I hate it. It's terrible. But I play for 10 hours a day. I'm like, I'm confused, but okay. But Space Ninjas, though. Is there a bounty dude in here? There's a bounty dude in the other camp. Is there going to be one in here? Explore all of this, but yeah, there's no one else in here. Okay. So that's turning everything in. Is there... I guess I could look. Let's do this. Bounty. Wrong curse. Found there or there. Okay. That. Or that's not you. Oh, you're way down here. Okay. And then you were the boar that I actually killed earlier, I think. Yep. Okay. So no, there's no one here. How do I get out of this place? I want out. Let's go this way. Here, we'll go... Yeah, we'll head this way to get the one bounty. Don't you feel that when it comes to Rohan, they kind of ran out of steam with Sucroft? It just feels more empty compared to the zones we've been to before. Sucrofts. I need to remind myself which area that is. Oh! Yeah, there's... Yeah, it's all... It's supposed to be the farmland, so it's just massive open space with... There's a couple of quest hubs down south. There's the one up here. And then there's like... It's technically more on a different map, but there's like a half orc camp here and a massive cliff above it that's also like some important quest stuff. But yeah, really the whole point of the Sucrofts is actually Highbold. Which is weird. Because it's actually, that's more of Norcroft stuff, but yeah. It is just a big open space. I think with, honestly, if they nailed mounted combat, it would have been a good expansion. Well, it also needed a real raid, because they only did the Battle for Arrowburst stuff because there was a push to be like, yo, where's the endgame content? And they're like, oh, I thought players didn't want that. Okay, well, here's the endgame content. Like, well, but the gear is worse than the Highbolt stuff. Yeah, so? This is basically how it went. Okay, he's supposed to be around here somewhere. Maddened Hillbear. I was gonna look Google Doc again, but I pulled stuff. Oh, I gotta go a little bit more south. It's a little bit more south. Yeah, south of the N. That you all cared about the journey. What happened with that then, huh? Yep, right? See, it shows... Ah, there's the bear. It just shows that not everyone cares about the journey. Well, and that's what was brought up in that specific forum post too, right? Is that like, well, if people cared about the journey, then why is both Rohans labeled as one of the worst expansions of the game, and it's always the spot in which the legendary servers die out? If people truly cared about the journey more than anything else, then those expansions should be thriving. But that's not the case. The WQP era of LOTRO, when bizarre decisions flourished. Yep. Who is texting me? Phone keeps lighting up. Oh, it's just a scammer. No context whatsoever, just a message that's automatically a link. Yeah, no thanks. They also spelt Canada wrong in the link, which is extra funny. To be fair, LOTRO had some weird decisions pretty much in every expansion. There was that whole High Elf race debacle in... What, in Mordor? What was wrong with the High Elves? We're not actively working towards the destruction of the One Ring, but just having all of that be over and done with once you enter Mordor. Oh, yeah. I didn't realize there was debacle over the high elves. But yeah, the whole you're not actively working towards the destruction of the One Ring. You're just there once it's already dealt with. I mean, Mordor had a lot of issues though as well. That's when the loot box thing came into play, and that's when like black steel keys were added to the game.
Are you willing to help me with
And the way to gear for endgame was through loot boxes. And that was that was definitely a whole thing. And that was the raid that also introduced like a 20-minute final boss for groups. Unless you had very specific group makeup, which then made it so that some players would just never get to go to raid because you weren't a specific class and no one wanted to do a boss fight that was 20 minutes long. High Elves were shown to be part of the expansion, and they backtracked on that by only having High Elves being playable to people who bought the deluxe edition and higher. Oh, but that was never disclosed when they put the expansion up for pre-order. That's interesting. Well, and of course now that's not the case anymore. Now you can just purchase the race separately. So everyone assumed, and it was marketed as so that High Elves would be unlocked if you pre-ordered the expansion any edition.
This better be important. I am quite busy.
Yeah, that was Mordor was the last expansion that I think I got the deluxe edition for. That was the last time I got the because that gave the. Actually, I think that was the first expansion that released the earring, right? Because the lowest level earring is 105, which actually this probably doesn't even. Because I think this is going to be 120. Yeah, and 130. It was the first time that they introduced the... So I guess it wasn't the last time I purchased the deluxe edition. Did I really purchase... I guess I must have purchased the deluxe edition of at least Gundabad for the 130. Or Minas Morgul for the 130 neck. Or earring, rather. Interesting. Maybe that was maybe Mordor I bought like the super expensive one, is what I'm thinking of. That was the last time I bought like the epic edition or ultra edition or whatever. Yeah, that would definitely cause some issues with players.
Ithillien is crawling.
Making it seem like you would get High Elves no matter what if you pre-ordered, and then being like, actually just kidding.
Must protect Gondor at all cost.
It's fine.
Ithillien is crawling with foes. What news have you?
Okay, so this is the orc camp. This is something. The boar was down here. So that. The last time I purchased a deluxe edition was Helm's Deep. The 15th anniversary giveaways gave me what I was missing anyways. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, those giveaways were really good, actually, that they did recently. I don't know if I don't remember if I purchased the deluxe editions of Helm's Deep. Or, no, I must have, because did Helm's Deep give an experience item? I kept purchasing the deluxe editions until, well, definitely until Umbar, but I think that's also when they added the experience earring to, like, the highest version, like the collector's edition or whatever. Because those used to be available on the basic versions or the deluxe editions, and then they kept moving the earrings further and further away, and they became more and more expensive, and that's when I stopped buying them. Okay, the boar was somewhere around here. It's not down there. Is this the boar? Nope. Is this the boar? Where is this boar? There he is. Last booster item I got was the Rohan Pocket. Yeah, and that one I'm pretty sure was just a... I don't even know if that was deluxe edition only. Because I'm pretty sure what the idea behind the experience items were, here's a reward essentially for pre-ordering. Like, it didn't matter what edition you pre-ordered, as long as you pre-ordered. Every edition came with an experience item, and then it shifted to, yeah, deluxe editions only, which I think may have happened either at Mordor or slightly after Mordor, and then it shifted to the most expensive editions, I believe, which I think that's either Minas Morgul, Gundabad, or Umbars when they did that. Or maybe that was War of the Three Peaks. I also think they're a bit of a ripoff. Well, that's just like those collector bundles that we looked at, right? Like, the collector bundles are actually, like, if you're doing it for like the mithril coins, it's cheaper to just buy the mithril coins and then still have like an extra 1,000 to 2,000 to buy random stuff. Like, those bundles are like extremely overpriced for just the cosmetics or the one occasional pet or whatever. Well, yeah, and WoW and other games now too, they start throwing in the, oh, you get to play a week early than everybody else if you give us more money. That part I really hate too, when games do that. Buying the collector's edition gives you the game a week early. Which is really funny, because all that really does is it makes you like beta testers for the game. You get it a week early, and then there's all of these bugs and stuff like that and issues, and now you've basically just paid to test the game. Because by the time the game is released, all those bugs are fixed. Wait, did they change the price of LP? I didn't even notice that. LP used to cost you $5. What is it now? Oh. That is interesting. Yeah, because it used to be 10. Or it's 10 now. It used to be $6. 5 to $6. $6 because Canadian. But yeah, $5. And then unless they just got no. Oh, it's still the same point value. It's just the last one that changed. Maybe this one too. Yeah, very weird. The prices did change. I didn't even notice. Inflation in LOTRO. God damn. Yup. LOTRO suffered from inflation. Pay to beta test is genius. Yep, it works. Ubisoft loves that. Yes, I'm also a lifetimer. So, yeah, it does give more value in that way. 200% inflation. Is that why it's different? Because we're lifetimers? Because we're lifetimers, they charge us more for points? That'd be hilarious, actually. Because, yeah, it doesn't seem different to you. It could also just be a North American thing as well. But actually, I think it's... Is it Ubisoft? I think, yeah, Ubisoft is doing dynamic pricing where the more, if they look at your account and they see that you spend, excuse me, more money on the game, they increase the prices of the games on the store for you specifically by like $3 to $5. Because like, oh, you can afford it, so we'll charge you a little extra money. But if you've never bought a game from the store, then from their online store, then the games are cheaper for you by like $5. Oh, maybe it was PlayStation that I was thinking of, not Ubisoft, or maybe it is both. I was like, that is. I think, yeah, I was thinking of Sony, actually, I think, yeah, I was thinking of Sony. I was going to say, that sounds like a Sony thing. But it's also a Ubisoft thing, probably. Ubisoft is speedrunning their own stock market implosion. Yeah, it's PlayStation that's doing the dynamic pricing. And that's just wild. Because you'd think it would be the opposite, right? You'd be like, oh, you're a loyal customer, you spend money on us. Here, have a $5 discount on every game. Or on not even every game, just on every purchase. But nope. You spend money, we know we can get more money out of you. Okay, and this is where the orc is for the bounty. Wait, Wendy's tried something similar? Come on, Wendy's. Why you like that? I love Wendy's food. Peak hour pricing. Oh, so during peak hours, it was going to be more expensive. That's interesting. I bet that didn't last long. So if you go during dinner time, burgers were $15. Wow. But then, yeah, if you go at like 2 in the morning, it would be like $10. Wait, if you went during slow hours, it was $3? Hold on. That's a massive difference. The Xeno statue, Prime 1 makes that. So they have 2 editions. The regular costs, let me convert it quickly, 2,700 Canadian, and the deluxe is 4,118 Canadian. Turns out there is a VIP Prestige edition. What? VIP Prestige edition. That is only available to people who spent a lot of money on their site. And it costs 11,000 Canadian. Jesus. So yeah, you spend a lot of money on their website ordering statues and other collectibles. They say, "Great, thanks for spending money on us. Here's a special edition of this one statue that you can purchase as well. But it's only available to you because you've spent money on us. But it's going to cost you another $11,000. God, that's ridiculous. Pretty much the only difference is that the Xeno I ordered has the from body sculpt that is featured in the film. Oh, okay. It's just a different design in the VIP edition. Has 2 additional sculpts that are the Geiger sculpts. I see. Ow! Just crit me for 5K. Jesus. Break up orcish planning committees. Do orcs have planning committees? I didn't know that that's what it was called for orcs. The orcish planning committee. The planning committee said that they're gonna eat tonight. Wow. Good for them. I'm glad they're eating. So good customers have the option to spend more. I fucking love capitalism, I swear. Orcs have government, so of course they have planning committees. Orcs don't have government. I mean, the government is Sauron. So I guess that's a government, but they don't really have a government. Oh yeah, the early bird special. That makes sense. That totally makes sense. Because that's encouraging people to come to your restaurant or whatever when you don't have a lot of people. That makes sense. But doing the opposite where you charge more during the hours where you already have a lot of people to try to like squeeze more money out of people, that's just shitty. Okay, so if orcs know what menus are, then they know about restaurants, and restaurants have regulation that comes from the government. I mean, I don't know. Sure, okay, orcs have a restaurant, but I don't know if orcs even know what regulations are. I don't even think Sauron cares about regulations, if he even had orc restaurants. I see the logic of, like, yeah, menus to restaurants to regulations to government. But I don't even think orcs care about regulation. Of course they do. I don't know about that one. Oh wait, I gotta find this other bounty. Bounty Ronkers. Where were you? You are... at Barad Nurnin. Which is kind of where I'm at. Okay. Standing in a little compound overlooking the camp. Overlooking the camp. So either in here, or is he overlooking this camp? Do I gotta back up a bit? 68, 6, and 82, and 8.2. Yeah, so he might be like... Oh, unless he's in there. Maybe we can't even enter there. So he's either up here somewhere or he's, yeah, down there. Okay. Orcs work within an army system as seen in Shadows of Mordor. They have rank, therefore regulation. So they must have government. I mean, they have army and rank, but like... the thing is I don't think they... If there is regulation, they just don't care to follow the rules. Like, they just don't care. They do what they want. Hold on, I gotta close the window. It's cold. Prime Minister is decided by arm wrestle? It's not even decided by arm wrestle, it's decided by did you die or not? Like with Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor, you can send an orc to go assassinate someone. That orc gets promoted even though there's no proof that the orc you sent is the one that actually killed it. Because you can kill the orc and you can kill the leader and then have your orc get promoted. The orc, they're like, there's like, yeah, he did it, but we all saw you, the human, do it. Nah. Okay, wait, I need to go back up to the other side again. There are some kind of rules. Therefore, there's regulation. So then there's government. I mean, there's definitely government. Sauron's the government. Alright, there's regulation, but it's very, very loose. Just how they magically know the poor asses you are collecting are from here and not from the ones that they want. Right. Go kill me 10 orcs, but not those orcs standing by that tree. I need you to go kill the 10 orcs standing by a specific rock. Also, go bring me back my my orc bow. It drops from one specific orc, even though it looks exactly the same as all the other orcs. And I'll know which orc it is. Oh, there's the dude that we needed. Perfect. Okay, what is this? Morgul warriors. Oh, just defeat things, which is also, I'm guessing, also down there. Yeah, okay. Drop down then. Okay, we're still good. I gotta keep an eye out on the time because I am going to a show tonight, and I do have to eat before I head off, but we're still good for time. Walstow, a tiny village in the ascent to Sucrofts, have 8 times the quest Snowborn, the biggest village in the damn zone. Make it make sense. Because Snowborn is where you go to pick up all the Highbolt quests. So Snowborn does have more quests. It's just you can't see them yet. They're all hidden quests. It goes from no quest to like 80 quests. Well, there's quests for each zone. So there's because there's quests tied to each rep, right? So the Suitcroft rep for Highbold you pick up in Snowborn. Then there's the Norcroft's rep that you pick up in, was it Cliveling? Yeah, Cliving. Then there's the Wold rep which you pick up in Harwick, and then there's the Entwash quest that you pick up in Eelworth. And what you're supposed to do is pick up the daily quest of like complete 5 dailies or whatever it is. Pick up that quest, go to every zone or every hub, pick up all 30 plus quests or whatever it is, and then cancel the complete X amount of dailies quest, and then you're actually allowed to complete all the dailies in one day. Because if you have that daily quest on you, after you complete the 5 or 10 or whatever it is, it will automatically delete all the other quests in your quest log. But if you don't have that daily quest in your quest log, then you can't technically complete it, and therefore you won't actually delete the other dailies, allowing you to do every single daily every day rather than picking and choosing which 10 dailies you want to do every day. Do I look like someone who wants to do 30 dailies in a day? I probably do. Yeah, you do. Because you want the armor. And that's how you get the armor in 2 days. It's good armor. Don't need wargs. Do I need you dudes? Oh, I do need you. I need warg masters. Oh, look at that. Collect 4 troll teeth, but apparently every troll only has 1 tooth. You're playing the wrong game for that, Steven. If you want if you want to see Moria being rebuilt, you got to play the game rebuilding Moria. But no, that would be cool to see in LOTRO. Rebuilding it like Highbold. It is on sale a lot. It's missing a creative mode. It really needs a creative mode, but I don't think they've added it just yet. Like essentially where you can walk around and not have to worry about eating and drinking and like the survival aspects part of it. You have all of the building materials like in like a dev menu type thing, right? You just open up a menu and you have all the materials. Yeah, kind of like a sandbox mode. But no, right now you can do like a story mode where it's less about the combat and more of just playing the game for the story, but you still have to go around and collect all the materials that you need and stuff like that. And you still need to like survive, so to speak. So I think once you complete the story once, you should unlock a creative mode where you can just go into Moria and just build stuff. Kind of like what you can do in Minecraft. Yes, the Mordor allegiances do have some fate on the Moria storyline. Yeah, the dwarf Mordor Allegiance questline. But sadly, I think that questline, if I remember right, you kind of just go in Moria with a couple dwarves, and you realize, oh no, it's still really bad here. We can't go back here. It's not safe again. Like, all the work that they did in Moria was basically like thrown out the window. Just was like the dwarves trying to like reclaim it. They did not reclaim it. That's what we learned. After we leave Moria, the dwarves essentially lose all their progress there. Oh my god. That was ridiculous. Okay, hold on. We gotta wait for those dudes to reset. Because now, even though I'm dead, it still thinks I'm in combat. Because this... Oh, we should be good now. Okay, it shouldn't pull everything. Yeah, there we go. We can fight this thing. That's fine. Of course you would spawn a wraith. On 73 for the legendary weapon, so that should proceed nicely. 1 second. Yes. Is there a statue over here? Oh, Mordor orders are over there. Okay, now we need to kill the other dude. I rewatched the HBO doc Beware the Sunderman today. It's still an interesting watch. 2 hours to kill. I think I watched that one with Tiger Lady. Don't remember though. It sounds familiar. That got really scary. Oh, what? There's another one? Jesus. I love that the trolls hit lighter, I guess, than everything else in here. Like, the goblins kill me faster than trolls. Yeah, so her daughter has visual and audio hallucinations, is socially loose and super awkward, has taken a big interest in classes. Oh, and has extreme difficulties in separating fiction from reality. But we never saw the signs. Also, her dad is schizophrenic, and that is genetic, but again, we didn't know. Sounds like a case I could do for work. Beware the Wayne man. Pretty much. Oh my god, stop CCing me. I love that I don't kill them though. I just force them away. Like, I could kill it, but the game says no, you're not allowed. And this troll just jumped off the cliff. Jesus. Careful, you have broken ankles. Ow. So I'm a Twitch streamer. 5 students hit Wayne with the taser gun. Why do they have taser guns? Where did they get these tasers from? I don't know of many med students that just carry taser guns with them. If they've dealt with your characters before, it would be the wisest course of action to carry a fucking shotgun. But seeing as that's not allowed, gotta carry a taser. Yeah, I still don't think you're allowed to carry those into a hospital. Unless, I guess, you work for security. I don't even know if they carry tasers, though.
The Morgul host must be defeated.
Alright, now we gotta go to Faramir's Lookout. And that's probably, yeah, that's where we will call it for the day. But we will be back tomorrow, and tomorrow I think we might start stream a little bit earlier, as I have a birthday dinner to get to tomorrow, and it's at around roughly when I would end the stream. So I'm just gonna start earlier and then end it slightly earlier. You're gonna have me drinking at 8 p.m. You're the boss. Is it? Oh yeah, I guess your time change doesn't happen until next week, right? Belgium is behind on that. Well, step up. Catch up to the rest of us already. So what does our deeds look like now for Eastern Gondor? Done the Morgul host, Southern Beacons. Ruins of South Ithillien. We also don't have... Oh, we're about to get that one done. Land Clear. Okay, I can look for that. So that'll be that one. And Strongholds of Hope. Oh, and then it's just Treasures of Eastern Gondor, which, yeah, I'm worried about. So there's another set of ruins somewhere, hey? Oh, might be this actually right here. Citizens who can't afford milk say what? Oh, apparently these weren't the ruins. Oh, okay. Ruins in southern... Where is this last location? Oh! God damn it, I was right next to it. It was that set of ruins, not this big tower. What a weird title, Moonland Explorer. I know Ithil is moon, so like I get where the name comes from. It just sounds funny. I've been exploring the moon. Moon landing confirmed in LOTRO. Oh, yeah, we're still a few deeds away from maxing that out. And then probably just switch back to empathy to level that one up. You're just lucky that Jensen resubbed that Twitch money can roll in again. Hell yeah. That is the journey to the moon. A ship to the Great Havens is just a UFO take you to the moon. Get fucked, bro. There we go. We completed that deed.
These are troublesome times.
Alrighty.
There are but few of us against the vast numbers of the enemy. We have been fighting for days without rest.
Oh. Oh, whoops. That's why. I was like, why is that in my inventory? That's why. Is it de-equipped something?
There are but few of us against the vast numbers of the enemy. Hope is fading in Ithillien.
This is where we'll pick up tomorrow. We'll start a little bit early. Yeah. Kind of slowly make our way
with foes.
into Osgiliath. Which I hate. God, I hate traveling through Osgiliath. So annoying. And there's actually a quest line that I don't think we can do in there because the dungeons are locked or something, or maybe they don't give rewards. Schultz salt stream tomorrow. Yep. I hate Osgiliath. We'll see how long it takes us to go through these quests that are taking me south, but yeah, getting through Osgiliath is not fun. But yeah, thank you to those that stopped by and said hello. I appreciate you all, those both on YouTube and on Twitch. Tomorrow stream will start slightly earlier, like I said, and yeah, just continue from here. Can I get on the ship, please? I don't want to live on this planet anymore. We need you here. No, we don't. I need to go. All right, see y'all next time. Bye-bye.